This report includes graphic content. Viewer discretion is advised.
I could never forget my family that was slaughtered, till the day I died.
My sister was injected with petrol and draw out her blood.
We really thought we were going to be killed.
3 different personal stories about the horrors of the Holocaust, the loss of loved ones and the past that is always present.
One can't forget. One can't possibly forget. Heaps of bodies lying outside each barrack. When I first arrived, I've seen walking skeletons. You could not distinguish whether they were men or women.
During the Second World War, the Nazis systematically murdered some 6 million Jews and millions more from minority groups, prisoners of war and political opponents. Those arriving at the death camps experienced a brutal introduction to this cruel new world, the selection process. Families were split apart, sometimes never to see a brother, father or mother again. Many were sent directly to the gas chambers.
When we entered the barrack, where we were naked, had to be naked, tattooed, shaved, they told us right away what has happened to the family we had been separated with. So this was, of course, such a terrific shock, especially for mothers who had given up their babies or their young children.
We found out later that an hour after arriving in Auschwitz-Birkenau, those people that went to the right were dead.
Gina Turgel is one of the few who was in a gas chamber and survived. She thinks it may have been a chance meeting with a prison clerk who knew her, or maybe even a miracle that saved her life.
They said, "Don't you know where you've been?" I said, "No, where?" "You were in a gas chamber." And I must tell you, at that point, I felt this must have been power over powers, that God must have saved my life. And so many others were with me.
Most barely clung to life. Death, disease, often extreme weather and hunger were the only constant.
Every morning we had to get up about 6 o'clock, and which was called a Zählerpell, which was they had to count you. Do you know, and there was always, every morning, there were people short, because for a simple reason. They were lying there dead, for whatever reason, whether they were an illness or starvation or whatever, they were just dead.
People were dying per night, 500 people. The reports used to come in 300. We said, thank God, only 300.
Occasionally we saw somebody who threw themselves against electrified barbed wire and burned to death, and we heard horrific screams.
Do you have nightmares about it? Did you have nightmares?
I used to have for many years, because I couldn't talk about it. And of course the loss of my father and brother, I remember them how they were. My brother, 16, 17 years old, had his whole future, very talented young boy. Often see him in front of me. This is for me the worst thing of what the Nazis could have done, to kill so many talented, wonderful people who would have contributed so much to mankind.
Don Riddell, CNN, London.